5 seconds. Drives. Kicks it into the corner. McCormack puts it up. Puts it down. Beats the buzzer. Flyers lead. End of 1. Flyers with around the inside. A nice pass off. Louis. Shot goes up. And it's good. Leslie Smith's going to the line for a bonus. Has it. Shot clock's running down. Needs to do something. Goes one way. Goes the other. Kicks it across. Louis needs to shoot straight away. Got it. Another 3-pointer as the shot clock's expiring.
Misjudged the ball a little bit. That allowed Cheshire another possession, and Coach Kapoulis, you could see, was visibly not happy with that.
Louis to the hoop. Walsh inside to Lewis. Stripped to the ball, gets the ball back. The no-look pass. Finish at the hoop. And Louis the 1-2. Cormac gives up to Louis. Shot clock below 10. Back outside. Walsh. Down the middle, gets it to go, and he enjoyed that one. Flyers survive on this trip. It's in the hands of Alain Louis. Oh, nice little move from him. Gives it up from the corner. Got it. That's the response they need. Johnson for 3.
Smart decision. Smart decision.
Louis along the baseline, trying to force that one in, and does. Louis out to Lewis. There it is, first field goal of the second half at the midpoint of the third quarter for the Flyers.
Close the gap here.
Lewis right down the middle, and there we go. Coach Strudel said 5 points is enough of a run. Louis getting all the way to the rim. There haven't been too many easy buckets for Bristol in this game. The Eagles just trying to ease this one home, having already done the damage. Samuels for 3. Friendly bounce. It's good. Sort of beginning of February and into March is going to be super busy. Oh, nice pass. And another jam for Kendall Lewis.
He's taller than him and right under the basket. Good choice.
And standing up, which helps. Well, Sherfield knocks down
Cormac on top to Louis. Shot clock at 8. Nice pass inside to McCormack, and that's one way to break the zone defense.
Alain Louis. Shot goes up, and it is good. Flyers reclaim the lead. Samuels on the wing, got it! That's what the Flyers needed. Louis thought about it. He goes into the lane, gets some space, tough shot goes up. Whoa, high archer, off the glass and in. Kiss the window. 20 points down, 3 minutes to go. McCormack hands it off. Louis gets it outside. Robinson puts it up, puts it down. So McCormack defense.
That's going to infuriate Coach Lloyd Gardner.
Yeah, second chance. Opportunities there.
Scramble on defense, a third time lucky, and now the Flyers come up with it. Corey Samuels in transition, buries the 3-pointer.
Wow.
And the young fella
rims out. McCormack space for 3, and he can shoot it. You've got to step out to him.
That's exactly it, Dan. He's a guy that's been brought in to space the floor, and
Louis putting it on the floor, getting all the way to the basket and laying it home.
and that's what they're going to need from him. He's got a few, isn't he?
He's got a few big dunks. Louis taking it strong to the rim. Louis spins, gets his own rebound, and puts it back.
Bristol can't miss, man. Everything they put up. Here it goes again.
And there it goes again.
This one a little bit better, that's fine. But because they've seen the ball go in.
Cup semi-final next week.
Yeah.
Louis to the basket, but from a confidence point of view, and then you've got this opportunity a couple of weeks later to maybe go try do it again in Nottingham in next month.
Yeah, it's a...
But so far it's been a 5-0 run for the Flyers. Well, they beat the defense, and now they make it a double-digit lead in Flyers like they've done on many occasions. Leading the way here at the Surrey Sports Park. Landolfi giving this one up. Down low again, way too easy. The zone non-existent. Great defense by Gooden. Now Samuels penetrates. No to kick out to, but in the end finds a shooter. Three is up, and everything flying in for Bristol at the moment.
So you got to make sure you're really understanding where that person is. There it is again. Just said it. I just said it. So once they're creeping in the back, you've got to be up.
Louis Allen almost losing his dribble. Now finds an opening. Back to Smith, and Smith gets his first bucket this stage here. Sorry, they're going to turn it over. And now Bristol are going to take a 2-point lead. And in the space of, say, less than 10 seconds. Well, Allen looking to attack, gets a Brown, Cam Gooden goes in. Now it's a 4-point ball game.
Louise being guarded by Defoe. Smith looking to post up inside. Louise got a mismatch here. He goes past Darius Defoe. Nice move. And Louis glides to the basket for the lefty layup. Yeah, I like it. Louis to put the ball in. Shot clock is at 6. Ball into Damon Robinson. And floats it in with 2 hands for safety. And ball with Alain Louis. Louis driving inside. Euro step. Puts it in. And it is a tie game with under 40 seconds to go. Looking to push. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Almost a backcourt violation there from the Flyers. Louis has the open lane. Count it and 1. And Alain Louis will gun the line for a bonus.
What a performance from him. Louis again going to the rack. Big screw from McCormack there. Little hesitation.
Now finds Louis. Shot clock's at 5. Great defense by Newcastle, but just better offense by the Flyers as Alain Louis goes to the basket and 1.
There's another technical foul from somebody as well.
The technical foul.
Either way, able to get it to go.
Here's Louis, he's got a mismatch, but Groves on him, and he fires up a 3-ball, and the threes are flying in all over the place. Louis, the screen comes from Robinson. Louis climbing up against McGill. Louis spins in the lane. Beautiful spin move and finish by Alain Louis. Louis down the back dribble, now with a spin move, pulls up from the paint, knocks it down. Beautiful move. Louis with a hesitation dribble, driving downhill. Alain Louis, thank you very much. Finds Louis, screen from Robinson, high hedge from Anderson, back top to Louis, shot clock at 6. Louis trying to go downhill, strong move by Alain Louis, high off the glass for 2.
That was a strong move.
Here's Louis. Going past Reese, Alain Louis, count it and 1. And he'll gun the line for another 3-point play.
Just sapping his energy as well. Just those moves, the contact, the weaving, the spin dribbles. And that's a go-to move there with that spin dribble. Able to get a bit of contact. Such a,
shot clock is at 10. Louis now guarded by Thompson. Looking to go up the big fella. Looking for a pass out. Finds Sherfield. Corner 3-ball. And Jared Sherfield. Rebound Flyers. Alain Louis going downhill. Count it and 1. And Alain Louis
gets downhill. Great defense there by Seneca Knight. Kendall Lewis bangs it from the corner.
Great offense there from the Bristol Flyers.
It's pick and pop as he misses the runner. Flyers transition opportunity. Has really seen some uptick in minutes over the last couple of games. As we mentioned before, the Eagles with their injuries. But nice dump inside. Left open. Well off the mark. And great hustle there by Ward Hibbert. Stripped by Keedy Johnson. Damon Robinson brings the house down. And again,
I'm sure if Larry hears this, he'll probably give me that look next time he comes to Virtu.
Well, he only led the league for 2 years in steals. As Louis hangs and takes the contact in double figures, and Louis putting the icing on the cake with this strong big boy move here.
Been eyeing it a little bit. I think it's, in my opinion, it has to be Damon Robinson. It could easily be Keely as well, though.
Well, Walsh says, what about me? As he buries his second three.
McCormack backing down. He can't get it to go. Back out to Lewis, who spots up. Had his feet set, drains it. On last, sitting off a little. Louis keeps it. Shaking and baking, gets himself down. Hammond gets a bucket right on the buzzer.
Great way. Louis had a great start to this game, and so he really has to be watched here.
Lovely quick turn there by Louis. And he is feeling it today, isn't he?
He is definitely feeling it, and they just need more.
Is this a load thing as well, though, when you're playing so much as Louis goes to work? And how does he get that one to go under intense pressure from both sides?
Seen the ball go down a couple of times there, full of confidence. And Shelton, big impact coming off the bench.
Robinson for three. Robinson knocks it down. Louis, screen comes from Robinson. Hunter ends up on the deck. Johnson open for three. And Johnson knocks it down. Waves away the screen from McCormack. Calls up for a screen from Lewis. Louis blows past his defender. Walsh winds up for three and knocks it down.
Pointer right, knocks down a wide open three.
Here's Alain Louis. He's open for three once again. And the team's both trading threes now. Just chased down by Robinson. Lewis in transition, out to Raf Thomas-Edwards for three, and Thomas-Edwards knocks it down. Final 15 seconds of the fourth quarter. Flyers trailing by two. Louis kicks it out to Robinson, open for three. Robinson drains the three, and that is a huge triple to give Bristol Flyers the lead. The fans are on their feet at the Wise campus. Timeout Riders. Back top to Smith, guarded closely by Irvin. Louis, shot clock down to 6. Louis, nice pass inside, and Damon Robinson, a two-handed jam for the...
Good D lead into that transition play, getting rewarded for the hustle, down low.
Alain Louis, count it and one, and he'll girdle the line for a three-point play. Johnson swings to Smith, out to Louis, he puts it on the floor, driving inside, off the glass, rolls around the rim and gets the drop. Johnson saves it from going for an over and back. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Louis got to go to work. Kicks it into Kendall Lewis. Gets it off in time. And he floats it in for two. Swings to Louis. Screen from Robinson. Back to Johnson. Back top to Louis. Shot clock down to 5. Louis to the basket. Lays it in. Called as you like. Flyers get away with one on the defensive end.
Yeah, Manchester, you felt that was a big basket to get them on their way. And Alain Louis just coming down easy as you like.
Lewis to inbound. Got to get it in here. As they get it in eventually to McCormack. Louis, open lane. Alain Louis through contact.
Yeah, Leslie Smith did well to stay in front of Dallaire. Uses those long strides.
Whoa, she's left wide open for three and drains it. Johnson. Louis, screen from Robinson. Louis looking for Robinson inside. Smith open in the corner and knocks it down with a corner three ball. Louis. Screen from Robinson. Robinson, he's open for three. And Robinson drains the three. Well, 5 on the shot clock. Flyers have to get a shot up quickly here then. Walsh to inbound. Gets it into Louis. Louis backing down Brisker. 3 to shoot. Alain Louis. And Robinson now with his 7th rebound of the game. Louis to the basket. Alain Louis, a couple of back-to-back scores. 8.5 minutes, well, just over 8.5 minutes to go in the fourth. Louis finds Johnson. He slips up on the deck, but Johnson gets it to go off the glass.
Not a great shot, but for him it is, and I explained this in an interview we had after the game last week. It just makes tough shots look easy. And speaking of making things look easy, for Bristol is Thomas-Edwards on 3.
Louis doing a great job chasing down his own rebound and finishing at the rim. McCormack back to Louis. 3 seconds, has to put something up. Louis, oh, splashes it in. Flyers are getting a chance to go into this. Louis hands it off. Oh, and Lewis, the one-handed slam. Louis. Walsh lines up a 3, knocks it down. Back underway, it's Flyers ball. Still time for them to make a run here. Johnson will take it all the way.
He was shooting that basketball before he even got it.
McCormack to the hole.
With Keely Johnson. Now they're going to have to try and keep quiet because he was absolutely rock solid against Manchester the other night. Nearly gave him a chance, and there's the first two from them. Louis, it's a good screen there from DeMar Robinson to make sure there was no way through. That one's finding all string. Louis down to 5, down to 4, down to 3, has to drive and he tries to get it past and does get it past in the second right now. Louis, only got 2 to show for his name. That's a nice little reverse. Leslie Smith hasn't yet registered on the scoreboard. Johnson just with those 5 points as I mentioned before. Here comes Louis for 3.
Beautiful play there from the Bristol Flyers. Just great job on the defensive end. Getting another steal here from the Flyers. Able to keep possession of it.
Kelly Johnson. Now Louis again for 2 more.
Back-to-back scores. A catch and shoot. Every shark on the score sheet tonight.
Long up for 2. Yeah, he'll have the 2.
Ball out to Lewis. He's left open for 3 on the corner. And Kendall Lewis, 2 for 2 from behind the 3-point line. Johnson pulls it back out. Shot clock down to 6. Louis, extra pass. Thomas Edwards on the wing, knocks down the triple. Robinson comes up to set the screen. Ball swings to Johnson. Johnson going downhill. Kicks it out to Louis. Wide open for 3. And Coach Kapoulis, he knew that one was in. He was applauding Alain Louis. Louis kicks it out to Samuels. Extra pass to McCormack. Fakes the 3. Looking for Louis inside. Ends up with him. Louis to the basket. Can't have one. And Alain Louis will gun the line to make it 3.
Give him the ball in the post, Louis. Positioned under the bucket. They're wide open.
Flyers leading by 4. Louis. Shot clock down to 5. Louis once again driving inside. Alain Louis. SLB game. Robinson open for 3. Robinson knocks it down. And Damon Robinson has had a great week of shooting from behind the 3-point line. Kicks it out to Louis. Johnson drives inside. Louis fires up a 3. Knocks it down. And Caledonia inviting Bristol to shoot the 3 early on.
Almost jumped before the shot went up. Able to knock that one away.
Kendall Lewis open for 3. Good ball movement from the Flyers. And it results in an open triple. And again, wobbles in and out. Rebounded by Robinson this time. Walsh going downhill to the basket, all the way off the glass and in.
24-second shot clock was the call, the violation.
Ball lobbed up inside to Damon Robinson. And Bristol Flyers working that 2-man game. On the back dribble, Louis rejects the screen. Kicks it into Kendall Lewis. Great ball movement by the Flyers, and Louis finds a cutting. Kendall Lewis pulls for the screen from Robinson. Louis going downhill. Alain Louis to the hole, gets the friendly drop. And now Bristol do have their biggest lead of the game. Going to work on Robinson. Here's that matchup we spoke about in the build-up. And Adelican can't get the hook shot to go. Flyers looking to push. Leslie Smith, coast to coast. The lefty layup off the glass.
And that will certainly help his confidence getting that one, knocking that one down early.
Louis looking to drive inside, finds Robinson with the hook shot. Another good look.
It wasn't far off, Joel. It wasn't far off. It was a good look.
Alain Louis downhill all the way to the basket with the lefty layup. McCormack into Alain Louis. Going to work on Lawrence. Alain Louis to the basket, puts it up and in. Robinson looking to respond with a 3 at the other end and does so. Both teams trading 3s. Flyers with a chance to cut it down to a single-digit game. Ball to Johnson, open for 3, knocks it down, and the lead's down to 7.
For them is
Desmond Robinson.
Robinson.
Yeah. He's come and had a few big impact games early in the season and shown he's very versatile, as we see here, shooting the 3 off the rip. Wow. And showing he's not only just a post player, but obviously can stretch the floor too.
Coach Kapoulis, with that 20 years of experience, not a lot he hasn't seen.
Yeah, you know, he's been around the block, as they say, and he's kind of seen everything, so he's not going to be worried.
Robinson with the ball, gives it up to Louis. Canadian goes back inside. Oh, beautiful feed and a nice dunk coming from Robinson. So
you know, it's just trying to be a model of consistency.
4 points, no rebounds. Usually he's at 17 points and 4 rebounds. And again, the Flyers out and running, and it is the Canadian, Alain Louis, that puts it in.
Lewis goes back door. Here's Louis. Spins in the lane. Kicks it out to Thomas Edwards. Here's another 3 from the Flyers captain. And no mistakes from Raph Thomas Edwards from downtown this time. Now Johnson and Lewis getting set to return on the next ball. Here's Alain Louis. McCormack open for 3. McCormack drains the 3. Louis. Oh, nice pass. And Kendall Lewis with the finish.
Great few possessions for them. There's still life left in this Caledonia Gladiators.
Thomas Edwards with a corner 3 ball. He knocks it down. And that puts a stop to the Gladiators' run. For Caledonia to work their way back into this one.
Well, they've got one player thrown out, one player obviously fouled out.
Johnson for 3, knocks it down.
He can score in many different ways, and he has that range as he showed in his last play.
Louis finds Robinson. He looks to answer, banks it in.
That time he gets an offensive rebound on his own miss and puts it up.
Louis. Thomas Edwards in the corner, sinks a 3. Lewis, back to Louis. Pass inside to Robinson. Robinson will lay it in.
Coach Mandoli was expecting coming into the second half. They usually are the ones that's putting it on the other teams early. That's exactly what you want. Just unfortunately, it didn't go down.
Louis weaving his way to the basket. Nice finish.
With Micaiah Ashton Langford leading the charge.
Johnson backs it down. It's a 1-point Flyers lead. Louis lines up a 3, gets it to go. Robinson against Mitchell. Robinson spinning baseline, kicks it out. Louis has 4 seconds trying to get past Ashton Langford. That is a tough move to the basket.
What a great game he had on Saturday night as well. Oh, but then he's, have we said that commentator's curse? Alain Louis takes the steal, comes forward, goes coast to coast and lays it in for 2 to give Bristol the lead. Alain Lewis sets the screen. Louis gets right the way around the Eagles defense, and this time, as you asked him to do before, he goes all the way to the basket and lays it in with his left hand.
A textbook play by Larry Austin, just couldn't quite get the finish. Louis now going downhill, kicks out to Thomas Edwards. He'll fire up a 3 and strings it. And the Flyers with an early 5-0 lead. 2 minutes gone in this first quarter. Louis splits the defense. Alain Louis, beautiful move inside with the floater.
Larry Austin, I think it was, open under the bucket for an easy 2.
Kendall Lewis has it. Oh my goodness! Kendall Lewis with a one-handed jam from out of nowhere. Guarded by Planutis. Ball out to Alain Louis. Shot clock down to 6. Louis driving inside. Beautiful reverse layup. Flyers can go the other way. Louis. Skip pass out to Lewis. Lewis fires up for 3, knocks it down. Cuts it down to a 13-point game. Johnson coming off the screen, looking to go downhill. Finishes with the lefty layup off the glass for 2. Austin guarded by Louis. Ball just bobbles out of Bristol's hands, but last touch by a Cheshire Phoenix player. As well, there's been nothing to separate these 2 teams all year long. And now their fate will be decided on the final day of the season. Here's Lewis who fires up a triple, knocks it down. Walsh coming off the screen. And Niners caught napping on the inbounds pass.
The opposing side of those, nothing's going your way, and you see a shot like that going in.
Louis, nice pass into Kendall Lewis, who throws it down with one hand. Walsh finds Louis, reverse layup, gets it to go. And Alain Louis with the fancy finish. Back into Robinson. Here he is backing down Adelaku. Tough fadeaway jumper, no good. Louis on the offensive rebound. New 14, but Louis doesn't need it. Flyers looking to push. Louis downhill. McCormack, corner three ball again. And back-to-back threes for Earl McCormack. Louis. Louis still has it. Alain Louis all the way to the bucket for two. Here's Alain Louis. Evan Walsh into the game. Fires up a three and knocks it down. Robinson looking to position inside. Ends up at the three-point line. Back top to Walsh. Nice pass inside to Robinson. Back to Alain Louis. Deep three ball. And Alain Louis strings it from downtown. And we've spoken about their offensive struggles over the last few weeks. They have started to find form.
Louis down to Lewis. Lewis to the fadeaway, nice shot.
Yeah, really nice move there. And you gotta commend their focus so far in this game. They're not playing like a team who have a 23-point cushion.
Nice attack by Louis. Louis attacks the rim again and lays it in.
Jalen Hunter's got the foot speed to blow right by him, so he's still often just a foot too much there.
Well, Landolfi said, when I've got a bit more time in space,
who just sort of pressed the ejection button, elevated to the rim for a dunk.
Somehow, Ekwe has it. He takes it, and he's blocked by Abercrombie. Out to Louis for three, and he knocks it down.
And then created enough space to get that shot off.
Through the lane goes Louis. You do wonder